Hey everybody, welcome once again to another Sly Cooper video. I'm mulatosly and today we're going to cover who is General Tsao. So I don't do this Who is series in a while, so bear with me on this one because this one is a very epic one because it's one of the best characters in the Sly Cooper series in my opinion. Now before we kick off, I upload every Wednesday and Friday guys, so stay tuned for that. Now one thing that I came across during this time on YouTube is that, for example, I subscribe with my second channel right here and sometimes the videos don't pop. So if this is happening to you, make sure you click this little belt right here and this will automatically send you a notification each time I upload, which is only 2 times a week, so yeah. If you are one of those guys who are having this issue, just click there. And last but not least, make sure you join the Cooper Nation. Link is in the channel as well as in the description. And I have Instagram if you want to stalk me. Now, let's kick it off into General Tsao.
Disclaimer. The Who is series is based on the information given in game and self-taught. If you think there is something wrong with the information, please tell me in the comments. I will do my best to reply and discuss it. Now, without further ado, let's go into the video. Hope you all Cooper fans enjoy. Subscribe and join our Sly channel. Join the Cooper Nation. P.S. In the video, I may change quotes. PBS. Spoilers.
So guys, this was the very best episode of Honour Among Thieves in my opinion, because it was very nostalgic. First of all, we get Vanessa and whatnot. We even get Dimitri in jail and we help it out. And in Holland we get a deal with Dimitri that we'll cover later on in the future when we arrive at the pirates. But now, turning it to General Tsao. General Tsao is a ruthless mercenary from China. Yes, we're back to China. Basically, we have a cold alliance. Basically, we're making a deal with Panda King, and that makes us saving his daughter Jim King, and he will help us in the Cooper Vault. That's basically the deal here. Now, Panda King was not very enjoyable of gameplay, but I explained everything in the Panda King Wii series. Let's stop focusing about Panda King. Let's go into Mr. Tsao. The thing is about General Tsao, it was on our top 10 villains, and this guy is just a ruthless guy. Even on the introduction, badly stated he kicked a puppy twice, so yeah, I guess that was kind of hard to be honest. But one fun thing I like about him is that he's so full of confidence. He kind of felt, like badly insulted him literally, because our main goal was offering him the chance of us planning the event of the wedding, pretty much. But then he got pissed and said he was capable of doing stuff by his own. That was actually a pretty sick thing to say in this situation, because like, I will not hire you, I don't know you for anything. Like, he's from this high standards. That's the thing about General Tsao. And I want to analyze one funny word that he stated during the battle. And that word was, with the Tsao name and the King name combined, our generation will be unstoppable. Now, what he wanted by this, he wanted to get the bloodlines crossed. Basically, he wanted the Panda King legacy to go into the Tsao legacy. Now, it is kind of weird to think about this, because the Tsao legacy, I'm not sure if it's only me, but it's kind of a general legacy with ancestors and whatnot. Now, Panda King was from a poor family, if I'm not mistaken. He grew alone, if I'm not wrong here, because to be honest, in the cutscene he was alone and he grew alone in China, but then he turned himself into a serial killer pretty much. That's the Panda King story. Now, he was a criminal that got a lot of loot. Maybe that's why General Tsao wanted to combine stories, because General Tsao's family even have a treasure and owns dark magic, because they are capable of controlling dragons, zombies, vampires. They have a lot of stuff. Now, Panda King doesn't have all this stuff. Now, I don't know why he did this. And I got actually a theory behind it all. And on Panda King's level, we basically fight against monkeys. So this kind of contradicts everything I'm saying right now. But let's assume this General Tsao was a mercenary for Panda King. This will be pretty sick, because looking at this footage of the screen right now, as you can see, this big monkey, which is a general, if you go for the binocular comms after you obtain the the vault that is the Panda King's footprints, we get General Tsao, TSO, which is not Tsao and he's not a chicken, but it was a very fun point and a funny thing to put out to the table. What if this guy was a mercenary of Panda King and then at some point they kind of screwed each other over, or Panda King was too weak to continue what he was doing, because Panda King, as you all know, has a double personality. That would be insane if you think about it. But returning into Tsao, in terms of dark magic, as you guys know, Sly Cooper series has a lot of stuff. Insane story, dark magic, things that aren't supposed to be for kids in my eyes, but still, it is an awesome game. And this dark magic thing goes way back to Egypt, where Satan Kama goes invisible, where there's masks floating around and possessing people to make them big. Like, a lot of stuff happened in Sly Cooper now. This General Tsao guy actually owns vampires. It is weird how he got vampires, which is basically mantis just jumping around. But anyway, let's take those weird vampires out of the way and wrap this video up. Now, one fun thing I realized while planning this world is that the symbols that you find in the open level are freaking crazy and mixed up and whatnot. Now, during the prologue, basically in the mountains, we are confronted with this symbol. Now, as you can see, this is a very, very obvious symbol, which is Panda King's symbol. Now, we see Panda King here, but we have General Tsao's goons walking around. Basically only two guards, I don't know why, but yeah. We have these two guards walking around, and we have Panda King's symbol everywhere. However, when we enter the open level of General Tsao, in his palace/property, we are confronted with a different symbol on the trampolines. Now, on Sly Cooper 1 in China, we have this paw symbol on the trampolines for Panda King, and back then this symbol was supposed to represent Panda King. However, Sly 4 Degrees has the same exact paw. Now, people posted this a long time ago in the Amino app, and back then I didn't actually look into it, but now that I'm looking into these symbols, there's a lot of hidden messages, possible hidden messages about these symbols in the entire Sly games. Make sure you comment at the end of this video in the comments. Make sure if you tell me what your opinions on these topics. But now, returning to this symbol on the trampoline. Now, I was actually digging into Chinese stuff because I don't know what this symbol means. It maybe doesn't even mean anything, to be honest. But I was digging into Chinese letters and I found this symbol, as you can see this other picture on the screen, which resembles, like, I'm not sure if it's the Chinese calendar, which is like Panda, year of the dragon, year of the monkey. You know that they pray animals. I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, as you can see by this dragon symbol, if we put the two symbols aside, they look pretty much similar. Now, they're not exactly the same, but they have like the same configuration. And assuming that General Tsao has a dragon, this is basically the symbol more adequated for this situation, pretty much. Now, I'm not sure if I'm making myself clear here. Maybe this was an Easter egg. Like, if you're a Chinese guy or if you know a bit of Chinese culture, you may realize this symbol in the trampoline and may remember the dragon symbol from real Chinese letters. That may be an Easter egg. Like, it's just basically Easter eggs. It's not really, it actually is a hidden message, but still. Now, there's another symbol on his freaking, what's it called, shield. And I was looking for other symbols that may resemble this, and I don't see that symbols that actually assume, because there's a lot of symbols that are looking the same. Like, you can even assume this one right here, which is man. I don't know why, but let's just keep it at that, man. Now, I was searching into peace, love, hero. None of these symbols associate to the ones we are seeing in this level. I like these levels because, one, the snowy backgrounds are very awesome. Two, we have so many nostalgic trips. Basically, we meet Panda King, we get the Cooper van back after all these years. We even get to play as Carmelita chasing down Sly for once, instead of us getting chased down by her, which is kind of weird. It's the same situation, but you're the one controlling this time. But yeah, that's basically what happens here. Okay, Cooper Nation, so this was the video. General Tsao, hope you all enjoyed this. Now, I didn't want to go that deep into the symbols because I was actually, not going to lie, this is actually true. I was going into the symbols hardcore on YouTube and Google. I was searching for stuff about the symbols and whatnot because it actually is funny how the Panda King symbol is related to Grace. It may not be related, but the paw is just so similar. If you go to Sly 1 and then go to Sly 4, you will definitely see that. Now, this was pretty much the video. Make sure you click this eye right here on this side of the screen. Click I and vote the next episode of the Who Is series. Next episode will be around in 1 week, 2 weeks tops. But anyway, as you guys know, this week was my first video of Infamous. It got a decent feedback, but as you guys know, my main thing in the channel is Sly Cooper. Always Sly Cooper. So if you want a Sly Cooper channel, this is the one. As always, if you didn't check this video out, by the way, make sure you check VB's channel, because we did a top 5 unanswered questions, and that's awesome. Last but not least, I got myself a new TV. Look at that TV. It's marvelous. With a PS4 on the right. So, yeah. In the future, I am ready. Look at my bag. I have a bag right there. In the future, I'm going to record some Sly Cooper for you guys. So, stay tuned for that. It is coming. I promise. Peace out.